go to Ian Dennis at Bramley. It's still Sheffield United 0, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0. Billy Sharp collected a forward ball. He was offside. His turn shot went into the back of the net, but of course it didn't turn. VAR did check it as a matter of course. Here's Leno, and we've had a goal at St Andrews for Betty Glover.
Yeah, and it's gone at Swansea's way. Birmingham City 1, Swansea 3, and it was Scottish.
Where we're going? Oh yeah, Cara faces. Yeah.
The top corner from a Matt Grimes corner, and set piece has played off. They're starting to ease into it now. A reminder of wins for Swansea, who are aiming for the playoffs, and taking 1 point behind Cardiff. It's Birmingham City 1, Swansea 3.
Rain cascading down now here in East London, and rain meant that only 82 minutes to play were possible on day one of the first test in Southampton. England 35 for 1 in that one. A truncated day's play, and the weather is pretty miserable here as well. West Ham on the attack though, as the ball is whipped in towards the 6-yard box, and well defended by Eric Peters, who is playing as a midfielder today, but got back well to help out his side there. A free kick now for a challenge on Jarrod Bowen, and a yellow card coming out of Michael Oliver's pocket as well.
You know why that's happened, Mark? That's how Bucky and Taylor trying to play clever. And you can see Sean Dutch going ballistic on the touchline. They go with the situation, and they're trying to play two touch between both of them, trying to play out, just clear out the field, and then you can get your defence up. So Dutch will not be happy about that.
So the first change is coming from Burnley, and Chris Wood will replace Mate Vitra. And Wood is a player that West Ham would like to see coming on. 6 goals in his last 5 appearances against them. He's scored in all 5 matches that he's played against the Hammers. Well, he's coming on. Let's get the team news from the Amex and Ali Bruce. Well, both managers have changed it up a little. For Brighton, Liverpool kicks off at 8:15. Full commentary on the way here on 5 Live Sport. 19-year-old Neto Williams will start at left back for Liverpool. Andrew Robertson, one of those dropping to the bench. Gordon Henderson, the skipper, returns. Gini by now.
Let me guess, there's a Valkyrie in here.
Oh yes, there's a Valkyrie in here.
We're going to fight up. There's a trap spirit in there.
Quiet. Those to drop out. 3 changes for Brighton. Stevens, Gross and McAllister start, with Basuma, Connolly and Connolly dropping out. Cheers Ali, Ali Bruce, Paul and Charlie Adam at Brighton, Liverpool for you. 8:15 commentary from the Amex in
Get your blaze ass there, for fuck's sake. Now where do you put the organ in? No.
off with other clubs, but Valkyrie tried to persevere with him as a lone striker, and it didn't really work for him. And you have to have some sympathy when that's perhaps not his natural game. Yeah, he might go up front with Antonio now. I think they might go for 4-4-2.
For fuck's sake!
While we wait for play to get back underway, Dale Sahi can give us an update from Ashton Gate. Bristol City 2 now, Hull City 0. The second goal from Jamie Patterson. Free kick 25 yards away, stopping over a 4-man wall, hit the underside of the crossbar and beat George Long. Hull's afternoon, evening now goes from bad to good. In the bottom on his feet again now. An opportunity. West Ham in November and Mayfield, he should have done so again today. Yeah, it's been on that left-hand side again with Matt Neal combined with Taylor. He's got hard opportunity of saving a one block where he's being that. He's very good target, but he needs to get out of the net. He's coming back from injury as well. Coming back. 11 goals, 15
For fuck's sake!
After being criticised by some of his teammates for not letting it just sail behind for a goal kick. Yeah, he doesn't know what's behind him though, so he can't see that. You talk first and foremost, if you can't see what's behind you, then you head out.
But why was I imprisoned?
You think your queen did this to you?
But why would Sigrun hinder our duty?
That's the mystery we're trying to solve, milady. Can you think of any reason she would have to do this?
No. Without the Valkyries, those who died in battle will not see Valhalla. Helheim will overflow with the souls of the departed and drown Midgard in a sea of vengeful corpses. What a shame exists for Valkyries. I must go. Attempt to staunch the bleeding. Farewell.
Both managers will probably want to come in and say a few things. West Ham have been on the front foot since Haller come on, but it's a golden opportunity. David Moyes will be kicking himself because they create chances, but they're still losing 1-0. That's for sure. That he'll just want to keep it nice and solid, keep defending and play counter-attacking. And you can see they've got it out front with Rodriguez on board.
The Queen opposes him. She imprisoned the Valkyries to defy him.
Sigrun hated Odin, no doubt about that. Her duty, her responsibility. Would she really forsake these things to get back at Odin? I don't believe it.
I do. Hate is stronger than duty.
You have to find the queen. You have to stop her.
Aye. Don't be sorry, lad. Sigrun brought this on herself. Only wish... she only gets you so far.
How will we find her?
I'm afraid I don't know. She could be anywhere.
Just in the time anyway.
We'll find her. Yeah, if we have to. All the monks are just counting on us.
The playing sharper, the playing higher up the pitch, and creating more chances. Check the rest on top. Still Sheffield versus Water. 4-0 to Manchester City against Newcastle, 1-0 to Burnley here against West Ham, and still Brighton Liverpool at the Amex to come at 8:15. Ali Big Storm and Carl Evans. Your commentary team for that one. More live commentaries tomorrow on 5 Live Sport as well. Bournemouth Spurs, and Aston Villa and Manchester United at 8:15. This result will give Aston Villa a little bit of hope, because if they can beat Manchester United tomorrow, they will be up to 30 points and just one behind Watford and West Ham. Another goal for Sahel Sarnia at the gate. Hull City have woken up market. Bristol City 2 now, Hull City 1, and they're back in the game, and their captain Yorli Device with a header.
Right, go get the resurrections done.
Device with a header. Just moments before, Reece Burr missed from 4 yards away with a header. Similar situation. It hit well over the top. All are back in the game. Bristol City 2, Hull City 1. Burnley will be hoping that James Tarkowski isn't out of the game here, because he is on the deck, and Sean Dyche, who is a hardy soul but has even had to put on his long jacket given the weather here in East London, is just trying to work out exactly the extent of the injury to Tarkowski. Remember, Ben Mee possibly ruled out the rest of the season after picking up an injury. And Tarkowski is on his feet at least and making his way over to the sideline before being allowed to come back on.
Yeah, I just think he got a head injury. He went out with Antonio, maybe headed the back of Antonio's head, but yeah, he'll be back on. And yeah, he's been key for them. I think he's the captain now. He's not playing, so he has been key for them this season, Tarkowski.
Yeah, in the absence of me, he's got the skipper's armband Need him on the pitch to help defend at the moment as much as anything. Just putting into the area, his effort deflected off a number of Burnley players and dribbles behind for a West Ham corner.
How was your trip to Jotunheim?
Will you give them a little privacy? The kid just found out he's a giant. He doesn't need you interrogating.
They have a poor record on their own.
Oh, we knew Faye was the last guardian of the Jotunheim Legacy. That's why we named him Yax. We hoped he could restore the balance of power.
After Thor went all breezer with our hand.
Though in the end it seems she chose another path. She chose, well, you. I suppose she figured that was the best chance for the Giants to live on. And now, I suppose, that's up to you.
How about that? A young Jotun with us the whole time. The son of Laufey, the just... I should have seen it before.
Been putzing around Niflheim, have we?
How can you tell?
I recognize Evaldi's stench of failure. Plus, he's still got some business.
Travel to Liverpool on Saturday again. You can hear live on
something else we can do for you?
Kick off that one. And then they host Wolves and travel to Norwich before finishing up with a home game against Brighton. So they fancy their chances. There's plenty more better in that total.
Told him what he needed to hear, how it sounds to me.
But obviously by then, when they play Norwich, it could be relegated and then the Brighton could be safe. So yeah, there's some tough games, but there's some games where you think that yourself,
like you said,
they've still got a shot.
All worked out.
They could win them last game.
Let us get back to
They
work
come for
before
West Ham in centre field, and then a massive challenge comes in from Ogbola to win it back for West Ham. It was played forward to there, but it came up the back of his heel. West Ham has to build again from just over the halfway line. Cresswell, he's the feet of Miguel Antonio. Antonio waits for some options, doesn't have an obvious one, so it's forced to go backwards to Thomas Tuchek. Deep in the heart of the field. His long crossfield pass is missed by Ryan Fredericks, which means the ball just bounces out for a throw to Burnley. He wanted to keep a bit of tempo on a front foot, but feeling like that where Fredericks miscontrols the ball, he gets frustrated and he gets his teammates frustrated, but they've got to keep going into the assignment. They are creating chances. 73 minutes gone.
What did you call Mother?
Burnley heading for another 1-0 victory.
Did you know her?
I never had the pleasure. Laufey was a rumour in the halls of Asgard. A giantess warrior who thwarted many an Aesir god's plans, freeing those who they would enslave, feeding those who they would starve, generally being
the 1-0 lead against Sheriffs, but I blew that.
Thor was terribly frustrated he could never find her to fight. Once my imprisonment began, I could only wonder what became of her and who she would turn out to be. Yours is quite a singular lineage, lad.
Allows it to just trickle through, and then he slows down by Alea, allegedly picks the ball up. Burnley in full game management mode as we hit towards the final 15 minutes. Leading here 1-0. Manchester City 4-0 up against Newcastle. Still goalless between Sheffield United and Wolves in the 6 o'clock kickoff to the Championship. Wigan 1, QPR 0. Bristol City 2, Hull 1. Birmingham 1, Swansea 3. And if you missed the news earlier, only 82 minutes to play in the first test of the Ageas Bowl. England batting first 35.
My friends, it's Cara. Now, Valkyries are volatile by nature, but Cara, the lass is wild storm personified.
Wild storm?
Aye, calm and collected. And the air would shift and the fury of her storm would unleash. It was beautiful in a way, assuming you could find proper shelter. Her tears would cleanse the blood-soaked battlefields.
Alright, one left, and that's Air.
Well off target, Jamal Lowe ran the length of the pitch before firing wide as well. At the other end, Elijah Chair with a shot for QPR, straight at Marshall.
I'm missing another Raven.
Rodriguez diving towards the end of the area, and now a ball in the cross, but it's 2-0, but the flag's up. It won't count. Well, Chris Wood has put the ball into the West Ham net, but the flag was immediately up from the assistant on this near side, Stuart Burns. I'm not sure. He might have been just offside. I think VAR looking back, he was offside. Maybe just his hand. It's a close one, Mark. It is a close one, but I think he was offside. He tried to get himself back on, and it might be the front of his thigh is just offside. But it was good play from Burnley. But it'd be interesting to see
We can't see it now from this view because this is a different view. If they showed us from the first view, we'd be able to see, but VAR are checking it at the moment.
Valkyrie got away on the right-hand side, low flat ball in towards the 6-yard box. Wood slid in to knock it home. VAR is checking it. We don't have the lines on our screen that you normally see if you're watching on TV at home, but from the naked eye, it looked as though he may have just gone a touch too early.
Yeah, so early, yeah. It will be disallowed. He looks like he's just offside. So yeah, it's the right call.
No real need for him to go that early, was there, as a striker? Do you think that's a real missed opportunity?
Yeah, it is. He was offside before. He tried to get himself back on.
All right, Steve, come on, dinner time. Yeah.
So the right decision was called in the end.
And let's off for West Ham. Chris Wood divided against the Hammers. Fornals on the left wing. Tickles it into the area. Up goes Suchek, who's almost playing through the middle there. Wants a corner. Won't get it, though. And Pope will take a long time to go and retrieve the ball as we head towards the final 10 minutes. It would be 25 points from their last 12 Premier League games for Burnley if it stays like this. They've already picked up more points away from home than they did across the whole of the last campaign. Things looking very rosy indeed for Sean Birch, but I guess the big question is, would they want European football when we know how badly it affected the start of their campaign the last time they were in the Europa League?
Yeah, that's a big call, that is, but you've got to enjoy European football. These players to say they'll be playing in the Europa League is brilliant for any footballer. So I could see it did affect them, but I think the football club and these players and the manager Sean Dyche would want to be in the Europa League for sure.
The voice of Clinton Morrison on 5 Live Sport. 1-0 to Burnley here. Still Brighton, Liverpool from the Amex to come at 8:15 with Ali Bruce Bull and Charlie Adams. And don't forget tomorrow, 2 more Premier League commentaries. Bournemouth Spurs is 6 o'clock and Aston Villa against Manchester United 8:15. And this would add another twist to the fight against relegation. West Ham have some big head-to-heads coming up. They travel to Norwich on Saturday. Winning that one could relegate the Canaries. And then Watford come here. And they finish up at home to Aston Villa as well. So it's not a fatal blow, but David Moyes will feel it's a missed opportunity to really put some breathing space between them and the bottom 3. Mikel Antonio trying to wriggle his way past 2 or 3 Burnley players, and that's what they've done well. But Antonio has tried to be positive. Always at least 2 white shirts closing down the space. Now, on the halfway line with Ashley Westwood for Burnley, but his pass towards Rodriguez is floppy, and West Ham can bring it out from the back. They have it in their left-back area with Fornals, the Spaniard, who's deep inside his own half. Short to Declan Rice, who hasn't really been able to take the game by the scruff of the neck, as we've been accustomed to seeing generally in some of West Ham's better performances. Launched long upfield for the chase of Wood, and he'll get there as well. No flag. West Ham hesitated. Wood inside the area now. Angle against him. Goes for goal. Good smart save by Fabianski. Well, West Ham there almost punished for switching off. They thought the flag was going to go up against the Kiwi. It didn't. Fabianski down with a good strong arm.
Yeah, good play. Another good ball from Taylor over the top. Anytime he's run well Wood in behind Diop, he squares up Diop, and it's a really good shot. A good save from Fabianski, and then a good clearance from Cresswell. But that's what Burnley do. They'll soak up pressure and play counter-attacking football because they know they've got a pace up front with Wood and Rodriguez.
And Wood certainly would have been onside if Barr had checked that. Had Fabianski not produced the save, he was certainly played on by Issa Diop. Burnley very close to almost certainly wrapping up the game as we go into the final 10 minutes at a rainy, gloomy London Stadium, and the game running away from David Moyes' side as he stands at the edge of his area and is in conversation with his coaching staff. Might be tempted to maybe chuck on Lanzini or Wilshere to try and make something happen.
Yeah, I'm surprised that Lanzini hasn't come on yet, because I know he's been disappointing, but he has got something magic in his feet that can probably change the game. And when you're needing a goal, I think you should bring him on. And I know people will say, well, he hasn't delivered, but it's a struggle. You've got 10 minutes to go, and you need a goal. You need to take something out of this game. You probably came into it looking for 3 points. So if you can't get the 3 points, at least take a point.
Only heading for another clean sheet, perhaps looking to extend their advantage even further. But the first time hit was well wide in the end from Westwood, and Fabianski will be in a hurry to get play back underway. Manchester City 4-0 up against Newcastle. Sheffield United goalless with Wolves. Those also like this one, a 6 o'clock kick-off, so we'll be in the final 10 minutes or so of those games. Also in the Championship, Wigan 1 up against QPR. Bristol City leading Hull by 2-1. That would be good news for Middlesbrough, who won earlier away at Millwall, and Swansea are 3-1 ahead at Birmingham. West Ham, after a bit of a flurry following the introduction of Sebastian Haller, now looking a bit bereft of ideas going forwards.
Yeah, they are. Burnley are defending well. Long and Tarkowski, Taylor, Party, they defended really well, and then the midfield in front. But I think the two best players for Burnley have been Taylor and Dwight McNeil. I think they've been outstanding. Rodriguez has got his goal. He's led the line well, but them two have been excellent. And you know, he's special mention for Brownhill. He's not played a lot of football since he's gone to Burnley, but since this lockdown regime, he's been really effective for them. Either playing on the right or playing into midfield, and he's got loads of energy.
He reportedly rejected a move to West Ham in January, Josh Brownhill, in favour of joining Burnley instead. Let's play another trip to the Etihad and Juliet Farrington.
Well, it's all too easy for Manchester City, who are playing Newcastle United. Manchester City winning 4-0. 2 goals in the first half and 2 in the second. Their third goal, by the way, Matt Ritchie own goal. Their fourth was a stunning David Silva free kick. Newcastle United forced into making 6 changes for this game. They're about to make another couple of substitutions just because of their injuries, but City really, they could have scored more. It's Manchester City 4, Newcastle now.
Thanks, Jules. Albion Ayeti, the 23-year-old Swiss international forward, is being readied by David Moyes to come on, with West Ham needing a goal because Burnley lead 1-0. Out wide left with Jay Rodriguez, whose fine header is the difference between the sides. Burnley deciding to play possession rather than go further forwards, but now Charlie Taylor swings it in towards Wood, who was waiting, and the ball has ballooned across to Rodriguez on that left-hand side again. Short infield to Taylor. Now it's arced towards the 6-yard box, but it bounces through to Fabianski, who rolls it out to the D of his own box, and Ogbonna, who brings it forwards. Knocks it up to Cresswell, just shy of halfway, but good pressing and closing from Burnley, forced him backwards to Ogbonna. His early ball to Fornals, and the first time pass from Fornals was poor, but Burnley don't deal with it, so it's broken in centre field with Suchek. His pass is awful though, can't find Bowen, and Burnley have it just inside their own territory with McNeil. Good positive stuff from him once again. He's made a good 20 or 30 yards before offloading to Phil Bardsley. Right side of the pitch, backwards to Peters, and now long to his centre-half partner Tarkowski, and he opts to go all the way back to Nick Pope. 5 minutes left to go. 1-0 to Burnley here. What about at Bramall Lane? Ian Dennis.
7.5 minutes of the incessant rain, and it's still Sheffield United 0, Wolverhampton Wanderers 0, but it's the home side who've been the better side in this second period. Zivkovic scooping in across from the left, ball not running in, downward header wide. Still they continue to press, but no way through. Sheffield United 0, Wolves 0.
West Ham pressing here with Bowen, whose ball is poor. He got to the byline well, but with 3 claret and blue shirts in the centre, had too much on the cross and it evaded all of them. Kept alive by Aaron Cresswell for West Ham though. 5 minutes left to play, and Burnley on course for the 3 points. But a bit of hesitation at the back as the ball was looped into the Burnley box, and to no real cost because nobody in a West Ham shirt was attacking it, and Pope can just collect at his leisure.
Yeah, to be fair, the last 5 minutes West Ham have not been good enough, not created enough chances, and Burnley look the most likely that going to go on and make it 2-0. So I can see why David Moyes is now looking to bring on young Ajeti and see if he can come on and maybe get them that goal that will give them a point.
Burnley heading for the win here, and we have another commentary for you very shortly. Brighton against Liverpool from the Amex, 8:15 kick-off for that one. And Burnley once again just mop things up in midfield. West Ham have looked a bit lightweight in the centre there, and especially disappointing from Declan Rice, who perhaps is showing the effects of the hectic schedule. Here comes that change then, and it's Fornals, one of a number of ineffective players for the Hammers, who is withdrawn for Ayeti, who hasn't scored for West Ham since joining from Basel last summer, and his only starts since signing have come in the cup competitions. He is on now, so we have Ayeti, Antonio and Haller up there as they try to rescue something from this game. Long underneath, the long punt forward so from West Ham, and it breaks on halfway for Wood. He just ducks underneath it, now sends one over the top for the run of Rodriguez, who looks offside, and the flag does indeed come up.
Yeah, he was offside. He went too early. He didn't need to as well. Maybe Wood could have got the pass away quick enough, but that's what Burnley would look to get up to Wood, and Rodriguez running behind that West Ham tiring defence.
4 minutes left. West Ham trying to fashion one last chance to try and salvage something. Trailing 1-0. Mikel Antonio, central area, 30 yards out. Can't go further forward, so has to go wide to Fredericks, who opts in field, and the shy goal from Bowen clatters in to a Burnley player, and down goes Rodriguez, and Bowen is frustrated because it means there'll be a break in play, and that will allow the clock to run down just that bit further. Interesting one that if the ball hits you square in the face, the players immediately halted. Did you see Gary Cahill yesterday when he pulled up with a hamstring problem and Chelsea went on to score? If only the ball had hit him in the face, Palace might have got away with it.
Yeah, they might have stopped the play, but yeah, I don't think a muscle injury they're going to stop. But if it's a head injury, you have to be careful nowadays, so that's why. And the ball did hit him flush in the face, so yeah, you have to stop it. But yeah, I did see that Gary Cahill, unfortunate for him, picking up an injury because he's been excellent at Crystal Palace this season.
Well, still the treatment being administered, which gives us an opportunity to find out what the latest is at St Andrews from Betty Glover.
Yes, Birmingham 1, Swansea 3. Swansea on course for a vital 3 points. They're now in full control of the game. The win will, of course, move them to within 1 point of the playoffs with 4 games to go. Ryan Bruce, who's been playing so well, has just come off and is a bit frustrated, missing an open goal. But yeah, as it stands, Birmingham 1, Swansea 3.
Next to the DW Stadium, and that's Frenchie.
Wigan 1, QPR 0. Wigan looking for a second goal rather to kill this game off. QPR with a number of substitutions. A nice chance shot was saved by Marshall early doors, but they've rarely threatened David Marshall in the Wigan goal. It's Wigan 1, QPR 0.
And completing our sweep of the 6 o'clock championship game, Sahel Sarri at Ashton Gate.
Still Bristol City 2, Hull City 1. We've got 12 minutes to play here. Hull City are hopping and popping now. They're coming forward down the right-hand side. That was a good tackle by Jade De Silva, the Bristol City left full back. To be a corner kick for Hull. Much better from Hull in this second half, especially after they got back into the game with a 60th minute goal. It's still Bristol City 2, Hull City 1. Hull is still in the bottom 3 mark.
And earlier on today, a big win for Borough Down at the wrong end of the championship table. They were 2-0 winners away at Millwall, and also a game that has finished in the championship already. West Brom 2, Derby 0. That takes the Baggies top of the championship. Long delay there, but Brownhill is now up and able to come off the pitch, and West Ham able to get the game back underway. It will be a bounce ball, uncontested on the right wing. Michael Oliver just stood there telling the Burnley players not to challenge for it. Bowen whips it in, and Pope on the stretch gathers just inside his 6-yard box.
Pope's handling has been really good. We spoke about him earlier on, and he's such a positive goalkeeper. Even the one in the first half where he came for it didn't make it, and West Ham nearly scored. It hasn't hindered him from coming out and trying to claim the ball. And he's done it on regular occasions this season and done it really well.
Final few seconds of normal time. We wait for the board to go up. Burnley leading 1-0. And Rodriguez, the goal scorer, chasing the ball down. 6 additional minutes we will have here. So still hope for West Ham. Rodriguez, though, plays it through. Hope could be extinguished here. Westwood, though, fails to find a teammate when he got in round the back. Burnley have it back with Brownhill in the centre. Now McNeil has to pirouette backwards after being closed down by Rice and Suchek. Knocks it backwards to Bardsley under pressure from Allaire. Goes all the way back to Long, and he sweeps it to Tarkovsky. And apart from that one chance that he hit towards Pope, who made a good save straight after he came on as a substitute, Sebastian Allaire has not really had anything to shout about.
No, you're right. He's been quiet, and you want a person you paid a lot of money for to come on and make a big impact. I know he's been injured, but these are the games when you come on and you paid a lot of money, and that's when you want your centre forward to produce you in big games like this.
Minute of stoppage time gone. Burnley leading 1-0, but they will have a corner to defend after good positive play from Jarrod Bowen, who's probably been the standout performer for West Ham this evening. And Bowen quickly across there to get ready to spot up the corner and whip it in from out there on the right side as West Ham look at things. All bar one of their players is in the penalty area here, and it's a dangerous delivery that went past about 3 of them. How nobody got a touch on that, I do not know, but Declan Rice has it once again at the byline. That's another good ball in, and Diop appealing for a corner, and he'll get it as well, but a couple of dangerous crosses in there, but nobody attacking them.
Yeah, the ball comes across the 6-yard box. You're crying out for someone to be on the end of it. Declan Rice does well. Taylor sells himself. He puts a good ball in, but good defending by Brownhill again.
Everyone bar Fredericks in there for West Ham for this corner, and Pope clutches and prevents it going behind for another corner. That is very good goalkeeping. Another goal for Juliet Farrington at the Etihad.
And it's another goal for Manchester City, who now lead Newcastle United in added time by 5 goals to 0. Sterling, this time with their fifth, just rolled the ball past Dubravka after David Silva laid it on so sweetly, so unselfishly for him. This is an absolute rout because Newcastle United have offered very, very little. It's Manchester City 5, Newcastle United 0.
Thanks, Jules. 0-0 between Sheffield United and Wolves, and 1-0 to Burnley here in the 3rd minute of stoppage time. 6 were signalled. Mikel Antonio on the left side has 3 Burnley players close to him. Darts into the right corner of the box and still chinking and weaving and trying to get the ball in. It's a good ball as well. Focus comes on a fist on it. Only away as far as Bowen, who goes back to Fredericks just outside the box. Gets the ball in now, Bowen, up go the heads again, not convincingly dealt with. Antonio tried to make something of it, but scary times for Burnley, who have generally dealt with most of the crosses into the area fairly comfortably. Another one to deal with here from Ogbonna. That took a touch and goes behind for a goal kick, despite West Ham asking for a corner. But first couple of occasions where Burnley have looked a bit shaky from balls in.
Yeah, they have, but I think Pope still come out and tried to be commanding, and he didn't get a bigger punch. It was good play from Antonio, but I think they just defended well. They've been brave, and they look like they want to be the first when it's in their box, where it should be a striker being there first. So they defended brilliantly, and if they managed to go on and get the 3 points, they would have thoroughly deserved it. And West Ham, finishing has let them down once again.
3 minutes of stoppage time remain, and Michael Oliver just telling Nick Pope to get a hurry on. And eventually he does now clear it up towards the halfway line. It's too high for Rodriguez, bounces out for a throw, and Cresswell goes to pick up a ball off one of the plinths and get play restarted backwards to Ogbonna, deep inside West Ham territory. Long clearance up, Allaire the target, but he won't get any change out of the Burnley backline, and McNeil picks up the loose ball in the centre circle, runs at Declan Rice, keeps possession well, just knocks it back to Charlie Taylor. Taylor will arc a ball upfield, and McNeil's very clever there, just drawn the foul out of Rice, which means Burnley will be able to run down another couple of minutes.
Clever play from McNeil. Declan Rice is getting frustrated because McNeil's running the ball away and just gives him a shove in the back, and he knows as soon as he feels contact, he's going to go down and buy his team a free kick.
Pumps towards Wood, who's going to try and hold it up down in the corner. He's got Issa Diop for company though. Diop jockeys it out. West Ham throw, but it's in the wrong part of the pitch for them, just outside their own penalty area, the throw. And they have 90 seconds of stoppage time to try and salvage something from the game. Short throw to Rice, who just hoops it up towards halfway. Allaire can't make anything of it, came off long, and now up towards Wood. Well guided back to Fabianski by Diop, who quickly plays it to Cresswell. Up towards halfway now, Cresswell checks backwards though, just as Allaire was screaming for it to be pumped through the centre. That's what Ogbonna does now. Up towards the edge of the area, quickly to Ian Dennis at Bramall Lane.
Sheffield United in injury time have taken the lead. They lead Wolverhampton Wanderers by a goal to 0. It was a corner on the right, and John Egan climbed well just outside the 6-yard area. Terrific header. Sheffield United 1, Wolves 0.
Cheers dinner, 1-0 to Sheffield United late on then. City leading Newcastle 5-0, and here it is 1-0 to Burnley in the final 30 seconds of stoppage time. It will be yet another 1-0 win for Sean Dyche's team. It would be 6 of their 14 victories this term by that particular scoreline. A fabulous J. Rodriguez header separating the teams. West Ham almost resigned to their fate now, just no creativity coming forwards. Fredericks surges over the halfway line now, trying to produce something. Jarrod Bowen cuts in field, 30 yards out from goal. His ball doesn't clear the first man though, and that is full time. It is another 1-0 success for Burnley. David Moyes trudges across to congratulate Sean Dyche with an elbow bump. And although West Ham had their chances, you can't begrudge Burnley the 3 points on balance.
That's what Burnley do. They're great at winning 1-0. Away from home, this is a perfect performance. They were brilliant. They got a really good goal. There's some really key players on the pitch, and they defended brilliantly. And then Nick Pope, they got one of the best goalkeepers in the Premier League. I thought he was outstanding. Made some big saves at crucial times in it. It's a big 3 points for Burnley, and West Ham will be disappointed. Creative chances, just wasn't ruthless enough in front of goal.
Here's Clinton, so full time here, Kelly. West Ham 0, Burnley 1.
Clinton, just a word on West Ham now. They're level on points with Watford. They've now played the same number of games with them. They've got Norwich up next. Are they in trouble?
Yeah, they are in trouble. I said it earlier, Kelly, but the only thing they've got going for them is that Villa and Bournemouth are not picking up points at the moment, so that is keeping them adrift. But if Villa, for whatever reason, pick up a big result tomorrow, and then they'll close the gap on them. But they are in trouble at the moment. These are the games that they should be winning. Their home games against teams like Burnley, they should be winning. And that's not being disrespectful to Burnley, because Burnley are a really good team. But they created enough chances today to win the game. But you have to give huge credit to Burnley. But West Ham are in trouble.
We'll talk about that a little bit more later on. We've also had lots of people getting in touch about the substitutes. Scott says David Moyes moans about too many matches in quick succession, but makes no substitutes. Our players were shattered. Corey says, is Moyes aware that we can use up to 5 subs? David says, 85 minutes, unfit professionals doubled every standing still, and he only made 2 substitutes. Was there an argument for putting younger, or not younger, but fresher legs on there?
I agree with you, Kelly, and I agree with what everyone's saying. I don't get it, because West Ham, they played, for 3 games in 6 days, so that is a lot. I can understand starting with the same team, but you can make 5 substitutions. Use your bench. You have people like Noble, Rocha, Lanzini. Use your bench and bring these attacking players on to try and change the game. So when managers complain about, these players are tired, I totally get that, because it is like a pre-season. But you can use 5 substitutions. That's what's been introduced. Use the 5 substitutions, and then you can give some of your other players a break. So I agree with what all the fans are saying.
Yeah, it might well be that it tells us something about what he thinks about those players who are on the bench. We will return to that potentially before kick-off at the Amex, which is our 8:15 game, Brighton against Liverpool. But it's also full-time elsewhere in the Premier League at Bramall Lane, where Ian Dennis, it wasn't the most exciting of games, but my goodness, it was the most exciting of endings.
It certainly was in injury time. John Egan following up with his fine goal against Burnley at the weekend with a header as Sheffield United snatched a 1-0 victory against Wolverhampton Wanderers. I've got to say though, Kelly, I thought they deserved the 3 points in the second half, because they were the sharp of the two teams. They play high up the pitch, they created the better opportunities. Billy Sharp had a goal disallowed early in the second half. There was a great cross played in by Stevens, sliding in, Sharp just couldn't get there, and then ball got running in with a downward header wide, and they kept on going, and they forced Wolverhampton Wanderers back. So much has been made about Wolves being a stronger side in the second half, never materialised because of the way that Sheffield United played. And then in injury time, Norwood with the corner kick, and John Egan climbed well, and his header firmly past Patricio. And Chris Wilder at the weekend was joking that he should be scoring more goals. Well, he's certainly done that. He's doubled his tally. In the first half, Wolves, I thought, possibly shaded it. Neves with a free kick, hit the crossbar, but it was tight, it was compact, chances few and far between. But Sheffield United got this second half evidence, deserving to get the 3 points, and as a result, they move up to 7th in the Premier League table. So European football is still a possibility.
And just to point behind Wolves as well, I'll bring you the full update of what's happened in the table over the results of this evening game in just a second. Meanwhile, let's head over to the Etihad, where it was all very straightforward for Manchester City. Juliet Farrington, yeah, as comfortable as their FA Cup win against Newcastle, just 4 goals tonight. 5-0 Man City have won this one. It could have been more as well. It's not going to be finishing boots on 2 really good opportunities for him that went begging. As it was, Jesus and Mahrez scored in the first half. Woeful Newcastle defending helped them along quite nicely. Matt Ritchie then scored an own goal before David Silva with a free kick of dreams from just outside the edge of the D. That made it 4, and then in added time at the end of this game, he just laid the ball on for Raheem Sterling, who was on as a substitute, to make it 5. The pressure though off Newcastle, and it was a really good job as well, because Manchester City were just too looking good. They beat Newcastle United 5-0. Quick check on the table before we head to the full-time in the Championship. Manchester City stay in second place, of course. They are 9 points clear of third place Chelsea. Where it starts to get really interesting is in terms of those European places. So Manchester United in 5th, which is probably where the Champions League places are going to finish at the end of the season. Wolves lost this evening, so they are 3 points behind. Manchester United. Sheffield United in 7th. They are 1 point behind Wolves. Then it's Arsenal in 8th, 1 point behind and Burnley in 9th on 49 points. So
this is going to be annoying as well.
Wolves 52, Sheffield United 51, Arsenal 50, and Burnley 49.
We can't just move on like this, brother.
48 points, but really worrying for West Ham United. Norwich, as we know, right at the bottom of the table, 21 points for them. They must win against West Ham at the weekend if they want to stay in the Premier League. Bournemouth then on 27 points. Aston Villa on 27 points with 1 goal in terms of goal difference. Then Watford just outside the bottom three with 31 points, and West Ham also on 31 points. Brighton actually later on the season against the Premier League champions Liverpool. They are 5 points clear of West Ham and 9 points clear of the bottom three. So let's get set then on what's been happening in the Championship season. Starting with best brother, who will go to Manchester? Your massive win for Swansea. It was Birmingham Watford, Swansea through those vital 3 points to see through the side, helping close the gap to the playoff spot. With 1 point, Swansea fans will also be very aware that was a 1 point behind rivals Cardiff. They've got 4 games remaining. Doing Bruce Devon, Cavango, and Dave Bolton with the goals. It was a cold, gloomy evening for Birmingham. What did Jude Bellingham commit to Calvert? That means they remain 4 points from the drop. It finished Birmingham 1, Swansea 3. A lovely bit of local rivalry starting there between Swansea and Cardiff. But being encouraged between Swansea and Cardiff. Off to the DW Stadium, where Nurse Brenty has finally a good news story for Wigan.
Yes, absolutely. Wigan 1, QPR 0. A huge 3 points for the home side with that 12-point deduction looming large. Kiefer Moorside in a super goal in the first half after Sam Morty's through ball found the forward on the right-hand side. He made no mistake. They had chances, Wigan, to make the scoreline more convincing. QPR pretty poor throughout. That was not the It's finished here. DW Wigan 1, QPR 0.
Off to Aston Villa City against Hull City.
Well, we're still playing, Kelly. We've got 2 minutes of the 5 that have been added on to the end of this game. Lots of injuries in this game. It's been stop-start, but Bristol City, they live in Hull City by 2 goals to 1.
And again.
Very bad there, I should say, for Hull City. After Middlesbrough beat Millwall this afternoon, Hull City find themselves in the bottom 3, and they played poorly throughout. They did get back into the game after 60 minutes through their catches. They have really attacked Bristol City's goal in this game, but not really.
For fuck's sake!
Very, very difficult goal for West Ham this evening. And it's trailed here against Bristol City by 2 goals to 1.
And in the earlier kick-off, West Brom on top of the championship. They are 2 points clear of Leeds United after a 2-0 win against Derby at the Horton Ghana and Shea on target for them. And Middlesbrough under Neil Warner move out of the relegation places after a 2-0 win at Millwall. A Sunderland a penalty to seal the 2 points to one. We will start to look ahead to Liverpool's match at Brighton next after the BBC News with Oliver.
Temperature starting to increase 5% in the hospitality centre for the next 6 months. Part of the plan to prevent mass unemployment and help the economy recover from the coronavirus pandemic. People eating out in August will get half-price meals from Monday to Wednesday on restaurants. That'll be more than specifically in Cornwall.
It's going to encourage people to come out, it's going to give them more spending power, and this makes the whole economy and the whole industry the things that it needs.
Firms will also be offered £1,000 for each employee brought back from furlough after it ends in October, and £2 billion will be spent on jobs for the under 25. Labour said the government's plan doesn't go far enough. The land side and 40 clearances, on the women's side are 40 clearances out for crane collapse onto houses in the block of flats which were being built in London. Research is ongoing. Colin Dixon is from the London Fire Brigade.
Well, a number of crews and special crews, our urban search and rescue teams are assisting the firefighters and our fire rescue units to carry out systematic search of the properties in the surrounding area. The crews will continue to work with the partner agencies to establish
A full roll call for everybody that may have been involved.
She did this to me.
Johnny Depp denied slapping his ex-wife Amber Heard for laughing at one of his tattoos.
I didn't want to believe it either, Milady, but we have to find her.
The Sun newspaper for calling him a wife beater. The number of people who've tested positive for coronavirus in the US has 3 million. Hospitals are struggling in some southern states, including Florida and Texas. The Trump administration is defending its approach and says the latest wave appears to be flattening out. The Scottish government's lifting quarantine rules for people arriving from dozens of popular destinations on Friday, but Spain isn't included.
5 Live Sports Extra. International Test Cricket is back in a belated start for summer. England are taking on the West Indies in a 3-match test series. Every ball, every wicket, and every boundary with the test match specialty. And go down to the boundary before. England versus the West Indies. The first test live from the Asia Bowl continues tomorrow at 10:15 on 5 Live Sports Extra. This is 5 Live Sports with Kelly Kane.
Good evening, welcome back to 5 Live Sport. Let's bring you up to date with the main headlines of what's happened this evening. Manchester City smashed Newcastle by 5-0. Sheffield United put themselves right in contention for a Europa League place. They moved to within 1 point of Wolves, so they beat by 1-0. West Ham in trouble at the bottom, 11 points of Leicester, just 4 points above the drop zone after being beaten 1-0 at home by Burnley. In the Championship, West Brom go top above Leeds United after a 2-0 win over Derby. Leeds plays tomorrow evening. Middlesbrough are out of the relegation place with a 2-0 win at Millwall for them, and Swansea close in on the playoff places. Wigan, after a terrible week, managed to get a 1-0 win against Queen's Park Rangers. Bristol City 2-1 winners over Hull, put them further in trouble. Sheffield Wednesday taking on Preston at the moment. That one is goalless. Remember that you can keep across final score on the red button, BBC iPlayer, and BBC Sport website and app. We've got one more commentary to bring you. The 8:15 kickoff at the Amex. It's Brighton against Liverpool. Our commentary team this evening, former Liverpool players Charlie Adams and Alistair Bruce Ball. So, Alistair, start by taking us through the teams.
I will. Both managers have made a few changes this evening. Not quite the tension in this fixture there might have been. Brighton have taken 7 points from their 4 games since lockdown. They're a rather more comfortable 9 points clear of the bottom 3. So Villa and Bournemouth would need to win 3 games apiece just to get level with them. Liverpool, of course, have already won the Premier League title. They're now chasing records. 4 changes for them this evening. I think most interestingly, Andrew Robertson is on the bench and Nico Williams, a 19-year-old Welsh youth international, gets his first Premier League start for the club. Jordan Henderson, the skipper, is back in midfield. Fabinho is one of those to drop out. Interestingly, Sadio Mane makes way this evening. Origi goes back to the bench. Firmino comes in, and Jorginho Wijnaldum starts as well. So Liverpool will be Alisson in goal. A back 4 of Alexander-Arnold, Gomez, Van Dijk, and Williams. Wijnaldum, Henderson, and Naby Keita. And then Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain starting in that role on the left where Sadio Mane would normally be, Salah on the right, and Firmino through the middle. 3 changes for Brighton after their 1-0 win at Norwich at the weekend. Dale Stevens comes in for Yves Bissouma, who has started every game since the lockdown, so he's having a little bit of a rest. Aaron Moy drops out, Pascal Gross comes in, and young Alexis McAllister, the Argentine, gets another start with Aaron Connolly on the bench. Matt Ryan in goal, back 4 of Tarek Lamptey, Adam West and Lewis substitute centre-backs, and Big Dan Burn at left-back. Pascal Gross on the right, Leandro Trossard on the other flank, David Cropper and Dale Stevens, McAllister, and Neil
both mortals and gods. And even a certain all-knowing sage
The question was always asked about Jurgen Klopp. What would he do when Liverpool won the Premier League title? Would he start to bring in the kids? Would he start to rest his star players? And what we've actually seen since they sealed the title is that he's trying to introduce those younger players, but at a more gentle, gradual pace. And tonight, we see Nico Williams making his debut.
Yeah, it's a sensible decision. Obviously, the goals that he lost, I think Robertson stopped playing away at Man City. And he's given Nico, obviously, an opportunity to play